I would like to start this by saying to you, and you already know who you are, that I appreciate the attack in the astral last night. See, you made the same mistake a bunch of different beings have made with me. And although you sort of escaped this time, now I'm going to find you. And I'm going to deal with you. And you know why? Because again, I saw what you're doing to the vessel that you've been working through in the New Age community. I saw what you're doing to that individual. And although he may be insulted by this message, as he knows who he is too, because you're in him, I feel great compassion for this person. I don't think he realized the price and what it was going to be for working with one of your kind. You see, whatever you are, and I don't have a name for you, but I've seen your kind before on multiple occasions in the flesh. And I don't care to have a name for you. You're parasitic, whatever you are. I've seen you in churches. I've seen you in government-related people. And I've seen you in individuals that were just very confused and their guards were down. The vessel that you're working through, pretending to channel this and that and the other, his health, mentally and physically, is being destroyed by you. That's why I'm coming after you. I don't like your kind, whatever you are. I don't like parasitic creatures. Physical ones or astral plane spiritual ones. I don't like them. Now I know we're all part of the same creation. We're all God's creatures. You have a right to exist, just like a tapeworm, but doesn't mean I'm going to house any tapeworms, and it doesn't mean I'm going to let anybody close to me that I have an effect on house any tapeworms. Same with your kind, okay? Whatever you are, and somebody may probably have a name for this, I don't really care, but you do turn people's eyes completely black sometimes. I've seen that in person on 3 different individuals that were close proximity to me when it happened. One of them spent the entire night attacking me after that. It's a good thing I'm 10 times stronger than most humans, isn't it? I was able to easily stop him without hurting him too bad, and the next day explain to him why he was so exhausted. Another person I had to hold down for an entire night so they didn't hurt themselves. And I've watched you cause people to hurt themselves. That's why I have a beef with whatever you are, and I don't care. You're parasitic, you don't even deserve a name, as far as I'm concerned. You see, beings that fight straight up and honorably with actual strength, I can respect them. But things that have to lie and deceive their way along, I don't have any respect for parasitic forms of evolution. Now, I will not be dropping any names like you like to do to get people to pay attention to this individual that you're channeling through all these different entities. You're big on that name dropping thing. You impress herds of people who don't have any discernment developed yet for themselves, and you carry the exact same energy that I witnessed in a lot of Christian church preachers, clearly switching religions to the New Age and dropping the word light into everything you say 47 times per minute is enough to keep a lot of people just, you're so... Now I realize the vessel involved is someone who didn't get enough attention in life, and that was the allure to what you do with them. But it's interesting how no matter how many names you drop for all the entities that you channel and supposedly maybe even the vessel himself's believing it, that all these different amazing beings are coming through. But it's funny how the messages you give, although they're full of words, they never actually really mean anything. They just they have people just coming back for more, coming back for more, coming back for their little feeding of spiritual truth, even though they're the ones getting drained. Yeah, I have a beef with your kind, whatever you are, and I'm going to find you and I'm going to squash you. You made the mistake of even attacking me in the astral. Two of my gentler, kinder female guides showed me they allowed you to do what you do. You bit one of them, and then after a while she turned into one of you and she killed the other one. Okay? You managed to bite me while I was smashing you before you disappeared like the slug you are. And I knew that you wouldn't be able to change me, you wouldn't be able to take me, but I felt the interesting sensation when you tried to. But see, again, this is not the first time I've encountered your kind. So, nice try, but now you're in trouble, whatever you are. If you're wise, and I doubt you are, but if you are, you'll leave that vessel now. You'll just leave the man alone. Let him be whoever he is at this point. So maybe he can sort that out without you. But I don't think you're that wise. I think you're desperate because you're a parasite. And parasites need something to feed off of. They need their host, don't they? Just like a tapeworm. Until I put the right things in there to grind you out of the poor dog or whatever, you're not coming out, are you? That's fine, but I'm coming for you. And you know who you are. I don't need to say the names. You want a spiritual battle? I'm up for it. The same way I invite physical hand-to-hand combat, the same way I lift, 1,500 pounds on a normal basis. I'm all about being strong on a variety of levels, okay? And I'm getting stronger on all of them. So I appreciate the challenge. You're not going to appreciate it. Hate to say. So go ahead for now and keep making all these messages about light and come to the light and it's all about the light. And if anybody says anything against me, they're being hateful. Go ahead and keep spraying your false light. Just like the artificial lights of the city, they just make people's eyes blurry and they don't interact properly with their glands. They're not real light. It's a false light. I'm not one to use the Bible for a reference too often because it's been around too long and it's been tweaked by your kind and others. But the whole thing about false light in there, that's real. You guys probably should have went to a better effort to erase that line like you did so many others. I noticed in your message you like to encode the idea that if anybody does anything aggressive, that's low vibration and it's hateful. What did Jesus do when he found people in the temple selling things to people? Basically what you're doing. You're taking spiritual children, little kindergartners who don't really have much discernment and they're going to listen to anything, and you're selling them nonsense. What did he do? He went into a rage. He threw your crap out of the temple. He picked up a rope and whipped your ass and threw you out on the street. Now why'd he do that? Because he was hateful and evil and darkness. You can call it all that. But he was mad for good reason. So if you want to pretend that being all airy-fairy and just saying all kinds of things, and supposedly you channel Jesus now, right? And yet I didn't hear a damn thing in your message that had anything to do with the energy of Christ. I heard a bunch of wordplay and silly body motions and saw the darkness behind your eyes. Now, I'm not one to say that darkness is inherently wrong, but when it pretends to be light and it uses the word light 900 times to a crowd of little bunny rabbits with no discernment that are just getting the energy and the life sucked right out of them by this nonsense, I get a little angry. And if you want to say, oh, anger is a sign that you're not a light worker. You're not a light worker because you're aggressive. Go ahead. Go ahead and say all your nonsense, but I'm coming for you anyway. And all your kind that I identify. In the astral or in the physical. Makes no difference to me. Whatever you are, you little parasitic things that work in human organizations, You like that whole hive mind mentality? Well, the herd just accepts whatever they're said and they all think the same thing easily. You love working with that. You hate individuality, whatever you are, because it gives people strength against something like you. So, yep, I'm bringing a message that's going to shatter what you're about to anybody that takes it. And the thing with any message that comes through me, it's so people can empower themselves. Now, this goes on any version of what's on my channel. Exercise, health related, supplements, detox, real world grounded stuff to actually fix these physical bodies that people don't have any knowledge about. But same at the spiritual, same in the astral, how to become stronger instead of being fed off of by little deceitful garbage creatures. So yeah, it doesn't even matter if anybody else even hears this message, just you. Now you got a spiritual battle on your hands, okay? Lord knows you don't have a physical one. You've decayed that vessel to the point where he couldn't fight his way out of a paper bag. I'm not sure if I feel for the guy. I saw what you were doing to him, the astral. That's the first vision of you that I got. Is his torment and destruction. And he's weak against you now. He can't get you off of him. He can't get you out of him. You've mutated him. You've damaged him physically and mentally and emotionally and every other way. The guy's full of pain. He's full of pain now because of you. Look, the energies that work with me, they've taken away pain. They've made me 10 times as strong as I used to be. So go ahead and try to depict that as a bad thing too. That I've healed from all sorts of incurable diseases. I've healed from all sorts of injuries that people said I couldn't heal from. Try to depict that as a good thing, while you can continue to decay the vessel that you're hanging out in. But I see through you, and I'm going to stomp you and all of your kind. I'm going to seek you out. I'm going to hunt you down. When I see you bullying people, when I see you destroying people from behind the scenes, somebody's coming to clean out the parasites, buddy. Just know that. Yep. And it's done out of love, but you can call it whatever you want. You can call it hatred. You can say whatever you want with your little fancy word games. The light and the light workers and the light and come to the light and the light, light, light. You're like a bug zapper for mosquitoes. That's your light, okay? It's a fake light. Unfortunately for you, there are beings with discernment that can feel what you are clearly because they've encountered it before. But for a long time on this planet, whatever you are, whatever your kind are, you've had a pretty good hold on a lot of people through religion and government. And I dare say any other institution, like the medical institution. Anytime I see people so blind that they'll sit there and say, oh, they're helping me, while they're literally dying, being destroyed on the physical plane, and they're telling themselves they're getting better, it's pretty telltale about what's going on. But what's even more interesting is to see behind the scenes, to see what you look like in the astral. Disgusting. Just like your energy is. So, just know, parasites, some houses are about to start getting cleaned. You better do a really good job of hiding from me. You didn't do a very good job last night. What'd you think you were going to do? Come and bully me? The days of me getting bullied bad, those were over a while ago. Okay? On all planes of existence. That ended. I guess you didn't get the memo. I see you threaten me, or I see you threaten or bully anybody else, I'm coming for you. Okay? I am hunting you down now. You can call it what you want. You can say what you want, send out a little message, and what? You think you're gonna deflect me with your fake channeled messages? That only works on the herd that you've dumbed down with it, buddy. You're dealing with a higher species of predator now. You're in trouble, okay? You shouldn't have done that. You're a weak little parasite. And if you can't beat somebody here, you've got nothing. The chemicals you secrete, the stupidity chemicals you secrete and put out there, they're not strong enough for me, okay? All they do is make my resolve to deal with you that much stronger. So yeah, this is my answer to your answer that you just sent, okay? And you know who you are. And you, the vessel, look, I care about you. I know your ego is going to be insulted and feel threatened by this because you sense that there may be a loss of some sort of influence that you think you need, but what you don't understand is that's what gave this parasitic thing the rights, you could say, to destroy you. And it is, okay? Whoever you really are, you don't need this thing, okay? But the lies it's told you, the insecurities that it's taken advantage of to get this much influence in your life, basically just the influence over others, that we're operating at a similar vibration of feeling completely lost and having no discernment. That's the vibration these things move in on. I'm sorry, but you, the vessel, you're being destroyed physically and mentally by this thing. So whatever happens to your outward business that you've made this into, I'm sorry, but the money tables are going to go rolling, buddy, or whatever it takes. Okay? Because I am going to whip this thing now. I am. I'm going to chase it out in the light till it fries in the sun. I don't tolerate things like this. For a long time, I just witnessed them hurting the people around me and doing their best on me. I know now why. I know now why I've seen these particular things so many times. And I know why I've evolved the way I have. And although these things would like to be intimidating, and that's why they thought they could bully me in the astral, your bluff has been called. You're weak and parasitic. And now somebody's coming to clean house. Run. If you're smart, which I doubt you are.